All right, so the last video went pretty well, so I jumped back on here so we can do it again. Focus camera. All right, so let's get this going. I'm trying to think about a topic that this video can be covered about. I'm thinking about medicine right off the bat because it seems like it just seems like everything in the world's kind of warped. Oops. Let's see, I'm lagging. Hey, Natalie. Hey, Mason. Orlando, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a long time. So yeah, right now I'm just getting the ball rolling, talking about medicine. So I was thinking how the medicine is in the world nowadays. It just kind of seems like medicine just kind of treats the symptom and it doesn't really cure it. Now, I mean, there's some good medicine out there that does cure some stuff, but I mean, the majority of it, it just seems like it treats the symptom. What's up, Cassie, Josh? So you guys are welcome to ask any question below. Hopefully this time I will be able to scroll down. Last time it was my first going live on Facebook, you would call it, and I missed some of the messages. Either it was just too much at once or I didn't scroll down. I'm not really sure. I'm probably lagging too because I'm using the neighbor's Wi-Fi, but they know, so I guess that's all right. But yeah, you guys are welcome to ask any questions. I'm just talking about medicine to get the ball rolling, just kind of how I see it in my eyes or my perspective of it. You thief, I know. Hey, if they know, though, it's not that bad. Welcome back, Nicole. Hopefully this time I'll be able to see your messages. I'm sorry about last time. So medicine, it just kind of seems like they took all the natural world and they took all the chemical compounds, they changed them slightly, and then they slapped a patent on it, and they said, okay, I got to fly in here. Then they said, okay, like you can't use our chemical compounds now, and if you go outside and try to use any of the nature stuff, then you'll be acting as a chemist or someone that's, what is it called? Acting as a practicing medicine. I guess no one actually knows like how to do medicine. They just are all practices, but anyway, you would be practicing medicine. I don't know. It just kind of seems like they got a pretty good strong on everybody, a hold on everybody, should I say. So you guys can go ahead and ask any questions. We're going to try to I want to get deep, like philosophical. It's kind of hard talking with yourself, though. I wish I was like Joe Rogan or something. I had someone else to talk to. But I got you guys. If I can see the questions this time, if I'm not lagging too bad. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just kind of seems like the world has everything that we need already, like the natural world, but we've become so separated from it. Like the way that everything's run. Like you have to, before you can build anything, you have to lay a whole bunch of concrete down. You have to remove all the trees, all the plants. Then you build stuff, you dig stuff out. There's no like living with nature anymore. It's just like all destroying nature, and it kind of seems sad. And if you live with nature, it seems like the FDA or whatever it may be will come in and say you're not up to regulations, you're not up to these codes. You know, you can't raise your own food and cut it and clean it in your own house because you know, your house is not sanitary enough to produce food or to clean it in that manner, to process milk or whatever it may be. It just seems crazy nowadays. I've seen a video too. This guy had a windmill on his house, and they made him take it down. Like he's imprisoned for having a windmill because it went against like city ordinances on his own land. Like he owned the land though. Oh, it seems crazy. If you guys have any questions or any topics, you're going to have to excuse the fly buzzing around in here. I can't do anything about it. He just wants attention, and it is what it is. Oh, yeah, so we're back on here. I see you this time. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them now. Does it go against nature to be a doctor and save lives? Let's start off with that one. So I don't think so. I mean, it depends on if you would define a person as being natural. I kind of think that we are. Maybe. I don't know. So I would say if you define a person as being natural, then yes. If you define a person as being unnatural, then no. Do you think there is some form of consequence for essentially cheating death? consequence for cheating death? I don't know. I got kind of like the philosophy that we never die. I think that essentially we're made out of energy. You know, when you're feeling sluggish, you have to eat some energy, like a fruit or, you know, whatever it may be, processed sugar, to be able to get energy again. We're beings of energy, just vibrating. So when we die, we're just going to turn back into energy. At least that's my philosophy. So I don't know. I don't think there's any consequence. I don't think we're actually cheating it or just playing the game as it's intended to be played. Oh, I'm sorry, Nicole. Do you plan on hunting at all while you're backpacking? So I would love to hunt while I backpack, but once again, those laws, like, I don't know. I don't know if it's any different if someone comes and approaches me and I say, yeah, I'm surviving. Like, this is me surviving. I'm not just poaching. I'm not just fishing for sport. I'm trying to survive, or I'm trying to snare something to survive. But then you also have like animal cruelty and stuff like that. So I could get in trouble that way too. So I don't know. I don't know at this point. I think I'm going to call up a whole bunch of parks. I think I'm going to call up, you know, people that would have information, maybe the police station. But I think a lot of them are going to avoid my questions. I'm going to try to see if I can get food and survive off the land on the backpacking trip. I think it would be really cool. I also have some other ideas, not so much mainstream, like dumpster diving, just doing crazy stuff, eating insects, trying to find edible plants, just to kind of get people to see a different part of the world and to escape the realm of the normal. Are you going to try to learn about what plants? So yeah, sure. I would love to learn what the plants, the berries. I don't want to end up like that guy that was living in the bus, though, and died from eating the wrong thing. I have a lot of people that relate him to me, so I hope that doesn't happen. But, I mean, the mushrooms are kind of sketchy because I know a lot of mushrooms are poisonous. But, I mean, if I can 100% identify a plant and a berry, I'm down with that. Let's see. Oh, that's awesome. I was actually gonna go with that also, Nicole. That's awesome that you're doing MCAT right now. Keep going. If that's something that you enjoy, heck yeah. So yeah, my goal is not to die. Although if it comes, it comes. It's not something I can control. So it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, I want to live life. I want to live life to the fullest, though. So if I can be happy when I'm about to die and I can say, yeah, I live life, then I'm going to feel a lot better. I can't be always like super safe and not live life. I mean, I know there's dangerous stuff out there, but I think if I just keep pushing and keep being true to myself, I think that's where I'm going to have the best time, is just being true to myself and living life to how I think the definition should be lived. There's a link to parks that allow you to stay for free if you want to try, if you want to grab that, that would be awesome. Any information, because I know there's a lot of information that I need to obtain that I actually don't have right now. Like, I want to see all the amazing natural places in the U.S. I don't have a list of that yet. If you guys know any friends or family that are in other states, that would be amazing. That way I can start a route around them if they want to be part of the video. If you want to see my bicycle videos, I got a link in the description. Actually, I don't this time, but it's in the last one. I don't think I can change it either. Okay, so I can't change it right now, but I'll get that to you guys, or maybe I can post it in or something. But yeah, any information, any type of connection that you may have, I'm really open to it. So that would be amazing. So yeah, the Super Tramp. Yeah, I watched that dude's videos. He's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, the mushrooms, yeah, I'm interested, but like I said, I really don't want to die. But I'm down to try to study them for sure. I just think I have limited amount of time. I'm going to be leaving. My goal is November 15th, November 20th. If you guys have any more questions, go ahead and drop them below. We were on the topic of natural plants, medicine, we're going into the backpacking adventure that I plan on doing. So yeah, couch surfing, I would love to couch surf. Like, I think that would be way better than popping a tent in the streets and hoping I don't get harassed by the locals, some kids, or the cops. If I could get a house, or if I could just like stay at a night or even get a shower, I think that would be awesome. I have stayed at people's houses before when I was couch surfing. Some people were really cool. Some people were really creepy. Like, I had this guy, and they were joking if they had a camera in the shower or not, and they said they were going to put it online, and they were saying that they made a lot of money. So some people were really cool and really amazing, and then some people were really creepy. So it's just going to be like that. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, couch surfing, I'm down. I'm trying to build up rep like in my local area right now. So if anyone wants to host me and they feel comfortable with me and they want to leave, I want to be transparent. So if you leave an honest comment on my couch surfing thing, that would be the best. That's what I'm hoping for. Do you plan on showering every day? So I don't think I'm going to be able to shower every day. On the bicycle trip, that was one of my issues. Like, I like to shower at least twice a day. I actually just got out of the shower. I probably shower too much. They say that you're not supposed to shower so many times in a row because you got good bacteria on your skin. But what I am going to try to do is like do bird baths and bathrooms. I would like to sneak into any colleges, like a college student, take a shower in their locker room. Anything that I can do outside the realm of being normal to take a shower and keep myself sanitary. I want to try to stay clean shaved. That way I can get picked up. And of course, keep up on, brushing my teeth and cutting my nails and just staying well groomed. And I actually want to work out. I'm actually trying to do everything, set up an environment where I can actually improve myself, develop self-improvement. Actually work out, do sit-ups every day, start a good solid routine where I'm forced to do these things. Like, I have to do those things in order to survive. Let's see, what do we have now? Any ideas of what states you'll be going to? Do you have a list? So yeah, I'm going to every state. Every state in the U.S., I'm going to it. Time frame, I don't know. Location, I don't know. Route, I don't know. It's going to be hitchhiking. It's going to be stealth camping. So it's kind of hard to set up like the definition of a perfect path, because it's not going to be perfect. But I think sometimes imperfection is actually a way of perfection. You can always carry around baby wipes and have, so I'm glad I have to filter what you guys say. So yeah, baby wipes would be great. Any ideas like that you guys have that I could implement, I'm totally down. I'm also thinking about taking a bathing suit so I can just go out when it's raining and just take a bath that way, or jump into a river, maybe even get a gym membership so I could just go into a gym like Planet Fitness or 24-hour Fitness and take a shower that way, and maybe even get a good workout. One of my main concerns is having everything I own in one backpack, and then having to secure that everywhere I go. So if I'm at an amazing beach, I don't know if I'm going to be able to swim in the water because I have that dang backpack that I have to watch out for, and that's going to have all my gear in it. So I'm trying to think of a way to protect that. I thought about getting like a thin metal line, I guess you would call it, and then attach a lock onto it so I can line up all my zippers and lock everything down. I think that will help from pickpocketing, but I don't know about for like long term. Maybe I can find like locker rooms or something. Let's see, what else do you got? If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them below. I'm still catching up. So I should totally let my hair out and my beard grow. So I actually did do that on the last trip. I would show you my license, but it's got some personal info on there. But I had a big beard that was, so when I got back from the trip, it was like right here, I want to say. And I actually had it down to here at one time. And my hair was pretty long also, but you kind of get the wrong attention, especially in that environment. If I was to grow my hair out and my beard out, I think I would have a really hard time for people picking me up. Unfortunately, the world is very judgmental. So they're going to assume that I'm a hobo. I'm probably on drugs. I probably like to drink. No one's going to want to help me because they're going to think I'm not helping myself. But, I mean, I would love to grow my beard out maybe one day again. But everybody says I look way better with a baby face. So I don't know. It is what it is. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Jordan. So I'm pretty stoked, too. I'm not going to lie. I'm really scared. It's way outside my comfort zone. So the bicycle trip has helped me a little bit with kind of preparing for this, but I don't think I'm going to be able to completely prepare for this. I don't think anyone can. But I think that's where you grow the most, is where you're out of your comfort level. So I can't wait. I'm pretty excited. I'm just waiting on gear right now, essentially, and I'm trying to meet up with as many friends as I can before I head out. If you guys have any more questions, go ahead and drop them below. We've been talking about nature, we've been talking about medicine, and we've been talking about the backpack trip. I wonder if there would be a way. Let's see if I can. Oh, look, I almost forgot to scroll down this time. Let's see, where are we? So I'm still going to be carrying an ID on me. Even if you're not driving, the cops are going to ask me for my driver's license because they want me to identify myself. I've been doing a lot of research into the law. I really want to protect myself. If I lose it or it gets stolen, that's one of those things. What I have learned is that I can email my passport to myself and have a virtual copy that way. So at least I'll have a virtual copy of my passport, and then I can also get another copy of my birth certificate if I need to. You can get so many copies per year. I just had to do that recently. How do I plan on keeping everything charged in a full battery? So what I did last time is I went in and out of different stores like McDonald's, different fast food joints. I would get free water. So I got water kind of covered already. And then I would charge up my things, get on their Wi-Fi, and do things that way. So I'm hoping to be able to live stream whenever I jump in places like that also. This live streaming for the first night was tonight. So everything's kind of practicing, just getting out of the comfort level. I can't wait. I'm really excited. If I was a single guy, I would totally do this. So yeah, it's amazing, dude. I can't wait. You're going to get those. Last times I got moments where I wish I had someone with me. Like, it was just moments where you can't explain to anyone. Like, pictures don't even relate. Like, it's just pure raw emotion. But I think being able to video and document everything this time and being able to share it with thousands of people, I think it's going to relate so much better. If you guys want to add me on YouTube, I'm going to have to grab that link real fast. Bear with me. Let's see if I can grab it from last time. So I'm getting it right now. This way you guys can follow me on YouTube. You can follow me on my social media network. You can stay up to date with me. If you have friends or family, I'm just going to have to post it in here for now. If you have friends or family that would want to host me, or you guys want to keep up with me or even hang out with me on the trip, you can follow me that way. So let me catch up to where I was last time on the comments. I lost my section. So, are you planning on researching places in every state you might be interested in visiting? Yeah, the problem is that it's so time intensive. I know there's some places, like Yellowstone, like the Grand Canyon, like the Redwoods of California that I want to go visit. Although I'm not sure about these other places. I'm going to have to speak with locals and try to figure out, what the locals like to go do and what the amazing places are that people really don't know about. So I definitely want to research all the states that I possibly can. If you guys have any more comments, go ahead and drop them below. I'm catching up on stuff. Truck stops, that's a good idea, Mason. I'm definitely going to have to keep that in mind. I know you can also take showers there. So yeah, Mountain Man, I hope so. How much weight did you lose the last trip? So the last trip, I actually came back and I gained weight. I was drinking creatine and stuff, and I was drinking a whole bunch of water. I was eating peanut butter, oatmeal, and I actually bulked up. So I'm hoping this time I also can get in shape. I plan on trying to weigh myself, seeing how much I can lift, different things like bench press with my legs, and then also pull-ups, just random stuff. And then after the trip, or after the U.S. trip at least, I want to test those things again and see, hopefully, if I improved. I want to self-develop. So, are you about to sleep on a park bench? So, am I above? So, I'm not above sleeping on a park bench. I'm totally down with that. I do have a tent, though. Last time, mosquitoes really, really sucked. With it being winter time this time, and I'm not going to be in the Everglades, at least in my mind, immediately, I think, a park bench will be fine. Last time, my tent broke. I had to sleep with just a tarp over me, and that was pretty rough, but I made it work. So what's the plan if I get too ill? So it's kind of like you can't plan for everything. So if I get too sick, I'm just going to have to go with it. I'm just going to have to live stream and be like, guys, I'm really sick. I might need some help. So I don't know. We'll go from there as it goes. Do you plan on taking things like animal repellent? So that's a good question. Maybe I could take some mace. I'm not sure if that's considered a deadly weapon or not. I don't want to take weapons with me and then get in trouble with the law. I do want to try to find some ways to protect myself, though. So it's definitely a good question there. Animal repellent. I've thought about bears. I'm really scared of bears because I'm from Texas. I don't know anything about bears. You should probably have a paper in your wallet with your medical conditions, emergency contacts in case anything happens. Probably a good idea. Oh, that's a good idea. I really don't have too many medical conditions, so that's good. Only exception is I have to wear contacts. Emergency contacts, I really don't have any. I got a very small, limited amount of family. So my mom, my sister, and then I have, a half sister, half brother. And that's basically my family right now. So it is what it is. Are you bringing any freeze-dried foods or easy prep meals? So the neighbor lady next door, she's older. She likes to look out for me. She was trying to get me some MREs. I think that's what they call them. They're like meals that you can just pop open like the Army people use. I don't want to take a whole bunch of meals with me. I do want to take some snacks, though. But I want to try to live off the land, essentially. So that's what I'm hoping. You guys are welcome to drop any more questions below. I'm still playing catch up. Washington rainforest. Yeah, I'm down. That's cool. Fitness Connection, $10 a month. That sounds great. You can't really beat that. Do they have showers? Of course, probably. If they had a pool, that would be amazing too. Are they all over? Jordan, do you know? You should do live reviews of all your gear and mention them, like companies and sponsoring things. So yeah, I plan on doing reviews of my gear. Once I get everything in, that's one of the things I'm definitely going to do. Although at the beginning, I'm buying my own gear just due to the fact that I really don't have any solid credentials saying that I'm going to be able to do it. I mean, I do have the bicycle trip, but I'm just now editing those videos 3 years later. So I doubt any companies are going to want to pick up on me. I'm just going to have to do it myself, rough it from the beginning. And then later on, I would love to do like high-end hotel reviews, high-end places that people go, maybe luxury food, stuff like that. So at the beginning, I plan on really, really roughing it. And then later on, I'm hoping that it can get a lot better. I think if you got a passion for something and you stick with it, within time, that's going to happen. Army surplus has mosquito nets. They pack pretty well. Mosquito nets, that's a good idea. I was hoping that there would be like clothing that would stop mosquitoes, but when I was in the Everglades, they tore me up. Hey, Alan, no idea what this is. Sounds cool. Sounds like, yeah, quite a quest. So what I have planned, I plan on backpacking around the world. I'm going to start in the U.S. So I'm going to backpack. I'm going to hitchhike. I'm going to stealth camp. And right now I'm letting anybody ask any questions that they want to ask and just going from there. So if you guys want to ask any more questions, drop it. Any questions about anything. It doesn't have to be about the trip. It can be about anything that you want. So yeah, punch a bear in the face. I heard they're really sensitive on their noses, but I don't know, man. That's kind of sketchy. Like, I went bear hunting once with like some old family members of mine in New York. I actually didn't know them too well, but we went bear hunting. I was younger. They gave me a gun, like a single shotgun, and they're like, here's a gun and here's a knife, and let's walk into these woods, and it's completely dark out. We have like flashlights, and there's like claw marks on the trees, and I was freaking out, man. So I had my gun and my knife on me. I was like, man, if a bear comes, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I don't like killing things, but it was something to do. Go hang out with the family, I guess. So mace, I mean, yeah, I don't know if it is or it's not. I think it is legal. I don't know about other states. I know there's different levels of mace, though, also at the same time. So glasses, I definitely do want to take some, like a backup pair of glasses with me. I got the contacts, but last time a contact started driving my eyes crazy. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them below. I'm almost caught up. So yeah, glasses, great idea. I have an old pair. I'm probably going to order a new pair just to have a backup. My other ones have like got all flimsy and they're really cheap. I just ordered them online for like 25 bucks. So is my family concerned about my journey? For sure. I mean, like, it's madness. Like, my mom thinks I'm crazy, but, you know, that's cool. She always relates me to, like, thinking outside the box. Like, that is my logo or brand with her perception of me. But, yeah, she's definitely worried. But I'm trying to tell them, like, it's okay. I'm just trying to live life. What kind of shoes are you going for? So I already got my shoes. I'll show you them. Give me 1 second. So I went on Amazon. I got these hiking boots. They had really good reviews. So I went ahead and went with them. They're pretty comfortable. They seem pretty sturdy. And they're waterproof. Last time I went with really flimsy shoes on the bicycle thing, and I mean, that worked out for what I was doing. First 7 days was nothing but rain, and I could just take the shoe and wring it out, so it worked out. Hopefully I can keep everything dry. I got some wool socks. I'm doing wool for the first time. You know, we live in Texas. We don't use wool, so interesting. People say it keeps you really warm, though. They say it's bad if it gets wet, but they say it keeps you warm, and if you wear another thin layer of sock, like a cotton sock or something first, it will whip the moisture from your foot. So that's what I'm hoping. At least that's what they say. I don't know. Did I save a bunch of money for this trip? So the answer to that is no, I don't have a bunch of money for this trip. I have enough money to probably get my gear. The rest of the trip is going to be like survival. It's going to be madness, but I want to test myself. I want to see if I can do it. I'm not worried about surviving. What I'm worried about is the laws, and that's really messed up. But I think I'll be able to get food and water just fine. I'm slightly worried about people, but I think, at least in my eyes, I think a lot of the world is really good. I think it's just made out to be really bad. It's just fear that controls everybody, and it's just fear that keeps us in place. But I have faith in humans, so I hope it goes well. All right, let's see. So did I plan on, I can't read, my mouth's getting really dry. Give me 1 second, let me take a drink. Do you plan on learning different ways to use nature to your advantage? Branches to make fishing rods. So yeah, I was looking at videos actually tonight, looking up how to make different fishing rods and makeshift. I wasn't looking at traps, but I was looking at traps the previous night. So yeah, definitely. But then once again, it goes back to those laws. Like, that's the only thing I'm truly worried about, is like being in prison for trying to feed myself. If you guys have any more questions, go ahead and drop them below. It can be a question about anything. Right now, we're talking about the backpack trip. I plan on backpacking around the U.S. Eventually, I plan on going outside of our country and going everywhere, backpacking everywhere. But first, it's going to be in the U.S. Let's see. So yeah, wear the boots around the house to break them in. I've definitely been wearing them all the time. I feel like a kid that just got a new toy or a new piece of clothing. But yeah, I'm trying to break them in and trying to get comfortable with it. The same thing with practicing making videos. I think I'm going to make videos on my phone and not really, this way I wouldn't have to buy a high-end camera. I wouldn't have to buy a high-end laptop and then worry about it getting stolen, worrying about it getting wet. I think our cameras on our phones are really good quality after doing research. I think I can make pretty good quality video on my phone and then do all the editing right from my phone. So I think it's going to be interesting. Are you planning to bring a basic safety kit? So yeah, I'll probably bring, I haven't got one yet, and it's not in my shopping cart or anything, but I have thought about it. I probably do need to take something like in case I get bit by a snake or in case I have an open wound. If it's something too major, it's going to be interesting. You guys might see me live streaming or trying to call someone, and yeah, it's going to be interesting, but yeah. So if I go to jail, at least I have a place to sleep and a meal. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've never been to jail. I never actually had a ticket in my life, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But yeah, that's true. I would have a place to sleep. They would take away all my recording devices, though, so I wouldn't be able to record anything. Am I going to hook up with any girls along the way? So I'm not really that kind of guy. I don't like... That's not my purpose in life. If it happens, it happens. But, you know, it is what it is. I'd rather have someone that would be interested in going on the trip with me. But I know that's really outside the realm of possibilities. That's like trying to find a unicorn. But I don't know. Maybe someone out there wants to survive hardcore and go see the world. If you guys have any more questions, go ahead and drop the links below, or drop a comment below, should I say. I've almost caught up. So we've talked about nature, medicine. We've been talking about the bicycle trip. I'm open to any questions. And then we're talking about the backpacking trip, should I say. On your biking trip, did you ever have a time where you couldn't eat? So there were times where there weren't any like drinkable water around. I was in the Everglades. There was water all around me, but it was poisoned with like mercury because there was like a sugar cane plantation or something, and they messed everything up. So I couldn't drink water, and there was a time where I was on the trip and I only had $20. So I remember going in the dollar store and buying a bag of those chips that are like $2. They're like the plain tortilla chips. And I remember sitting on the side in the parking lot and eating those, and people, or at least one person, came up and gave me money. And just because they felt bad, I don't know, or I looked bad, I don't know, but it was very nice of them. And, you know, at that point, you know, you have to accept it. So I never went to the point where I was starving. I always seemed to find food. So you can always hide your recording device in an orifice. So yeah, I mean, I could. I don't think that's the best place to hide a device for comfort, but I'm sure, you know, not a lot of people would want to look there. I don't know. I mean, some people might. Let's see, what else do you guys have to say? Do you plan on just using nature as your toilet? So yes and no. So the way that the laws are set up, if I get caught urinating in public, I'll be put on sex offenders list. If I'm caught naked. So I plan on using public restrooms as much as possible, but there's going to be times where I can't use a public restroom, like nighttime, or I'm not close to something. So I'm going to have to go in nature. And hopefully it'll be nighttime, or I'll conceal myself good enough where I don't have to worry about someone stepping up on me and trying to charge me with anything that it may be. You guys are welcome to ask any more questions. I'm catching up. Like I previously stated, for all the new people that just joined, we talked about nature. We talked about medicine nowadays. We've been talking about the bicycle trip that I went on previously. So I bicycled 1,300 miles. We've been talking about the backpack trip that I plan on doing. I plan on backpacking around the U.S. If you know of any like natural places that you want to comment on that you think I should see, or you have any family members that would want to host me, or if you want to host me now for couch surfing, for like a night just to write a review so I can get some credentials, that would be great. I also posted my information in the comments. I'll go ahead and post that again real fast if you guys want to keep up with me and what's going on, and you can watch some of my previous videos. But yeah, you guys are welcome to ask anything that you want. Let's see what the next question is. Okay, so yeah, I mean, what you're saying is I'm a gigolo. No, I'm joking. So yeah, if it happens, it happens. I mean, yeah, it's one of those things that like I'm not going to strive for. Like that's my ultimate goal, like I said. But I would rather spend time with someone, like, and then just have them with me and experience stuff. But I mean, it is what it is. Am I bringing in any cookware? You got great questions tonight. I love it. So cookware, I thought about it. I'm probably going to bring something basic. I thought also about bringing like a way to start a fire. Not a way to start a fire, but like propane tanks and like an ignition source, that they have like on the trails that they use. But I don't know. I think I'm going to bring something to cook with for sure, like a small mess set. And for fire, I don't know if I should try to do the natural fire. I really want to stay away from propane because I'm not going to have a lot of money. But at the same time, I don't want to get charged for starting fires and get a ticket that way too. So like I said, the ticket and the police are my main concern right now and staying out of trouble, but also trying to survive off the land and not spend money at the same time. So, give me guys 1 second. Getting a little dry. You can ask any questions that you would like, or I'm going to try to answer them to the best of my ability. Just I'm not going to answer any like password questions or give you any deep information like that. So no, I'm going to leave the bicycle this time. Last time I did have the bicycle, I had the trailer, and I was able to take a lot of gear with me. This time I just plan on hitchhiking. So I think it's going to open up more opportunities to meet people. I also think it's going to be a little bit scarier. I might be able to travel further faster though, and I'm not going to be worrying about getting ran over or anything. Well, I mean, I'm going to be worried about getting ran over a little bit, but last time I was on the side of the road the whole time, like on the edge. It was great the whole time coming up until I got in Texas. Texas drivers wanted to run me over, and they don't think that cyclists have a right to the road, but cyclists actually do have a right to the road, and the sidewalk is not for biking, it's for walking. I'm not even a cyclist, but I just have to express that now after being on a bicycle for so long. Okay, so they have fire starting kits. Yeah, so I got like a flint and steel in mind. I'm also going to take lighters, just, easy stuff. But I want to play around with some stuff too. I used to like doing survival stuff as a kid, so it'd be interesting. Daniel, what's up, buddy? Gonna have a lot of information. What kind of information would you like to know, Daniel? So let's see. So yeah, starting fire. Yeah, true. High winds. It could get sketchy fast. Although I want to do, I like learn this fire thing. You like dig a hole on one side. You have two holes essentially, and there's like a little tunnel underneath, making airway. So you have a fire on one side, and the other side's just for air. And so you essentially have a fire in a hole. So I think it would be harder to like spread and go crazy. I think I'd be able to conceal it pretty good too. If this goes well for the U.S., do you plan on going overseas next, maybe around Europe? So I would love to go to Europe. I think I want to go everywhere that I could possibly walk first, and then I want to try to see if I can like hitchhike boats or planes or maybe work on something in order to like go there. But yeah, the U.S. is the first test because I feel kind of comfortable. I know the language. I know some of the laws. And then the next, I'm thinking Canada. I can just go north. Most of the people up there, from my understanding, speak English. They speak other languages too, of course. And then after Canada, go down into Mexico, and that will give me some time to like listen to, learn the Mexican language. That way I can speak Spanish. And hopefully, go down to Mexico, go down to Peru, go down to places like that and get to see those places. I'm kind of worried about those places too. Hopefully by then I can meet some people that can say, hey, you can stay with me. That way I don't have to worry about the drug cartel. I mean, I think I could be cool with them if I could speak Spanish, but they're also going to see me as a gringo that could potentially have money. So they'd be like, yeah, we're going to kidnap this fool, or you're going to try to get his family to pay money. And I got to learn. My friend was teaching me how to say, what was he teaching me how to say? I have no money. Like, I'll work for you. Don't rape my butthole or something. But anyway, are you going to be traveling on the main highways or take the back roads? So I want to be like on a main road for the most amount of traffic, but I'm sorry, this fly, I'm sure it's driving you guys crazy. It's driving me crazy. I want to be on the main roads. I can't be on highways, though, because the way that the laws are set up. So they'll ticket me if I'm on a highway, but I do kind of want to be on, like, a main road opposed to a back road. Let's see. You guys are welcome to ask any questions. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. We've been talking about a lot of stuff. We've been mainly staying on the backpack trip, so I'm planning on backpacking around the U.S., and then I'm trying to gain places to stay, places to see. But like I said, you're welcome to ask any question that you want, and I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. Totally off-topic question. All right, that's cool. Do you know of our 10th anniversary high school reunion, and am I going? So I don't know if we ever had a reunion before. Like, if we have, I totally missed all of them, and that's not for me just trying to miss it. I just didn't know if we had it or not. I would like to go to that. I would like to see you guys. I never really had a problem with anyone in high school. I also kind of really never hung out with anyone in high school. So it's kind of one of those things. I've always kind of been trapped inside my mind. I did go to parties. I've seen a lot of people at parties, but it's just one of those things. I never really spent a lot of time with you guys outside of high school or outside of a party. So I would love to see everybody. If you know, let me know, because I don't know. I don't know when we're going to have our anniversary. You guys are welcome to ask any questions. Matthew, I haven't seen you in a while, man. What's going on here? So what I'm doing is I'm letting people ask any question that they want. And then we've been staying on the topic. My next adventure that I'm going to have is I'm planning on backpacking around the U.S., kind of like hitchhiking, stealth camping, and kind of like a survival scenario. So I had a lot of people asking me questions about that. But you're welcome to ask any question that you want. Let's see, what else do we got? Would you ever perform anything sexual for someone if you're desperate enough? Sexual acts for food, a ride, money, LOL. So I've always entertained, or people tried to get me to entertain the idea of like getting a sugar mama, like an older lady, and I've always said no. So I kind of think from saying no so many times that I don't think I would do anything sexual to gain any type of food or money or something, or I would have done it already. This may be a little bit different because, like you said, if I'm desperate enough, although I've been able to survive up to this point, and I've been pretty desperate at times, but I've been able to survive without doing any sexual acts. To be completely transparent, because I'm cool, you guys are cool. So I did like a, what is it called? I shouldn't tell you guys this, but I'm transparent, so let's do it. So there was like a thing where you could like live broadcast. So I tried that one time. I tried a live broadcast one time, and that shit was hella weird, but I don't know, I did it. I didn't get any money for it, but at least I can say I did it, I guess. But it was just with myself, so I don't know. Anyway, information. So you guys got to like that for me sharing that, because that's pretty deep. All my information, I'll post it right here if you guys want to keep up with me. You guys are welcome to ask any questions. I'll answer to the best of my ability like I just did. So let's keep going. So are you going to do any side jobs or anything that you can save money on the trip? So yeah, I plan on working around anything that I can do to potentially make money or to keep me going. What I have is I have the Patreon side also, where if you guys like the content, you're able to donate $1 a month, so it's like 3 cents a day, and then that will give me money to like wash my clothes or like eat a turkey sandwich so I don't die. But if I have to, I'm also gonna like panhandle. I'm also gonna work any random jobs that I have to get by, work on a sailboat, whatever it will take. Just not sexual acts like we already talked about. But yeah, I'm down to work. So what's your dream when you're younger? So my dream actually when I was younger is I wanted to travel the world. Everybody says that, but I don't know if anyone truly means it. I mean, they probably mean it like hotel stays and stuff like that. Like that's their definition of traveling the world. My definition of traveling the world is like going and talking to the locals, getting like submerged with everybody and like learning all the cool stuff. That's my definition of traveling the world. Like going to all the places that the locals say, like that's the cool place to go. And then I kind of like denied myself and kind of lived the life that everybody told me to live. And now I'm just kind of getting back to my true self. So I'm pretty happy. Like, what did I want to be or do? So I don't know. It was always kind of weird. Like I said, I mean, I wanted to travel and I structured my life now to do traveling. Like I'm not in a relationship. I haven't been in a relationship for a long time because I don't want to have that commitment. I'm also not hooking up with anybody like crazy. I mean, I'm just pretty much staying to myself. I do a lot of thinking, and I wanted back then, I wanted to set up passive income. I wanted to build houses. This is a long time ago, man, so I'm trying to reflect back, so bear with me. I wanted to build houses, like little structures, and rent them out. That was one of the main things I wanted to do, or I wanted to escape society, and I didn't want to be a part of it. So that's totally two flip sides of the coin, which pretty much defines me. And at what point did you decide to do this trip? So just recently, I actually spent time with a millionaire. He's a really good buddy of mine. He was kind of like, he's a mentor. He's a great mentor. And he was showing me, his way of life and a different lifestyle from what I'm used to, because I grew up really poor, to be honest. He was showing me, a different lifestyle, opening my mind. And then one of the questions he asked was, what could you do if you could do anything in life? Like you have no limitations on yourself. You can do anything. And I started to think, and what I came to is that I wanted to travel the world. And then the next question is, if I wanted to do anything and I could do everything that I wanted, then why not do it now? Why not do it now? And then, like in my previous video, what comes up is, fear and money. And then what I related that to is just obstacles. So I'm going to go through those obstacles. Did life, let's see, what are you saying? Okay, so yeah, I mean, I kind of got, like living the normal life, it was just kind of like too content. Like it was you get too comfortable in everyday life. So I wanted to get out and change it. I don't like being in the same scenario. I don't feel like I'm tested. I want to go ahead and constantly continue forward. So last time, yeah, I mean, let's see, it's just a typical build a career and start a family that most people try to achieve. So yeah, I mean, most people want to have a family. They want to have a career, and that's their definition of life, and it's defined by another person. And I think that I want to go outside that realm of other people's definition of what success is and try to find like what is true to myself and go and find my definition of success and do what I think I truly want to do. So Mason, Stefan, you have a lot of questions. If I didn't answer any of them, go ahead and continue below. I'm going to go back up if I need to. But I'm going to keep going that way I can answer these other people's. Post it again, like I said, though, and I'll catch up. We'll filter through. That way I can keep moving and be fair to everybody. Another interesting idea, have you ever considered maybe doing a vlog in the future about trading up? So how do you define trading up? I plan on doing a travel vlog every day. I would like to show the progress of moving from being low to going up, if that's what you're talking about, like being really poor and then hopefully in high-end hotels at one time. Starting off with something simple and like a stamp. So, I mean, other people have done that. That's not really like where I'm at, though. Like, I would like to show the progress of being poor and surviving to travel and then doing like promotions for like high-end. It'd be Kind of the same thing, but kind of not. So you tried webcam. So yeah, I did. That was interesting. Good night, man. All right, Jordan, you have a good night. I probably missed you. If I didn't, have a wonderful night. Thank you. How often do you plan on vlogging? So I plan on vlogging every day. Also, I mean, there's going to be times where I'm going to have to get a Wi-Fi. So I'm going to have to go to like the restaurants and stuff and get a Wi-Fi that way. But I plan on getting the videos at least every day and then maybe uploading it whenever I get Wi-Fi. Will this almost be a 24/7 thing you plan on doing? So yeah, I plan on doing it as long as I possibly can, or as often as I possibly can. Although I want to get really entertaining shots, I want to show not only the physical things, but I also want to show the mental things. And I want to show how other people will react around me. You know, kind of do social experiments. So you guys are welcome to ask any questions. I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. I've almost caught up with everything so far. We've been talking about medicine. We've been talking about nature. And most recently, the bicycle trip. And then most recently, we've been talking about backpacking around the U.S., which I plan on doing. And it's going to be like a survival setting. Give me 1 second. Do you ever plan on actually having a family? So I've thought about it. I would like to have a family at one time, but for right now, I want to live my life essentially, and then whenever I'm ready, I can give my life to my family. Do you think in your future eventually, or do you just plan on traveling? So yeah, I mean, I plan on traveling initially, and then maybe having a family later. Am I going to do any live streams? So I would like to do live streams, but it's going to have to be only when I have Wi-Fi. So I'm going to be kind of limited. And then I'm going to try to stay incognito to be able to charge up all my stuff. So I'm probably going to live stream when I can. But I imagine when I start live streaming, they're going to kick me out of like McDonald's, like, hey, what are you doing? You got to go. Like, you're distracting everybody else. It's going to be one of those things. I thought about having like a phone plan that has unlimited, but a lot of the phone plans that have unlimited, they restrict you after using a certain point of data. Starbucks should have free Wi-Fi all over. Yeah, so Starbucks is great. At least the one in Tomball, they have really fast Wi-Fi. McDonald's does also. I know there's other places, other stores that have Wi-Fi. So yeah, I plan on trying to go to as many of those as I can, but I'm also going to be in situations like on the side of the road hitchhiking, where I'm not going to be able to live stream it, but I'll be able to take video footage and vlog and then put it up later. So to anyone new in the chat, you're welcome to ask any question that you want. We've been talking about the backpack adventure most frequently on this live stream, which is I plan on backpacking around the U.S. to start off with and then try to go to every country, which would be amazing. Thanks for the answer, man. It was pretty indistinguished. Doubt you even remember me, though. Stephen Pace. I want to say, I would have to click on your picture. Your name is really familiar. You've aged. I still got the baby face. I know your name. I would have to see your picture. I'm really bad. I'm really bad with names, but I remember your name, buddy. So would you do extreme acts for money or food? Like extreme acts, let's see. I don't know how you would define extreme acts. Like, do you define extreme act as like jumping off a bridge, or do you like, how do you define extreme act? Because I mean, like, I like to live life on the extreme, but there's some things that I won't do. If someone offered you food to like buzz off your hair or something, would you do it? So I've actually buzzed off my hair on my own just because I wanted to take off my mask, essentially, of my persona, and I don't know. I mean, that's about it. I don't know how to describe it anymore. So I've actually kind of done something like that before. You guys are welcome to ask any questions. I'll go ahead and answer to the best of my ability. So Astros Game 7, I don't watch sports, to be honest. If you're getting arrested at all, do you plan on continuing vlogging afterward? So I plan on vlogging the whole event to make sure that my rights aren't violated. So yeah, I plan on doing it while I'm getting arrested and afterwards, as long as I can keep a camera in my hand or strapped to my body. Yeah, like I said. So you guys are welcome to ask any questions that you want. I'm almost at the 54-minute mark. We might be able to make it to an hour if you guys are able to keep it to questions, because I'm not able to come up with anything off the top of my head right now. I'm kind of burned out, but I will keep going for 5 more minutes if you can keep me going with questions. So you can ask any question that you want. Yeah, you're on the spotlight now. All right, I'm gonna call it this time. If you think of anything, you can go ahead and just comment on the video. I do appreciate you guys, and thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate it.